Good evening, everyone. Let me know if you are seeing me clearly. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. Let me fix up something here, cause my kinda um all over the place this evening and thing. I didn't even focus it, but I so fix that. Peace, manners and respect. I hope that everybody is okay. Now look at me, look at that. You see, I just wake up though. I'm here all over the place. um, yeah, I could get something up and going soon and quick and fast. So see if I can do this over here, so. Boom. That. Zine. Focus myself here, so. Let me get some light here, so. Yeah. Yeah, peeps. Manners and respect. That look better. My apologies for everything, I suppose, for being we're about an hour and 15 minutes behind the regular streaming time. You know the thing go. Zine, I would have been up 2 nights in a row streaming Sumfest on the second channel and thing, and that was rough. You understand? Plus me I get all. Zane, but peeps, good evening. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 176. I trust that everybody has been having a wonderful weekend. Trust that everybody has been having a blessed Sunday. I also trust that everybody has finished having dinner and ready for listen to teacher talk about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price. Spice! You understand? Shana China, some whole heap more people. Peeps, Evelyn.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey yo, yellow, like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey yo, we always up to something. Teach them. Hey yo, yellow, send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here, Warlord representing.
So yeah, peeps, we're there. Yo, big up Mr. Reid. The man now left out nobody. Brocardi, good evening. Peeps, for the persons who are here for the first time, welcome. For all the persons who are here Sunday to Sunday, big up on yourself. You know, I appreciate the continued support. Blessings to those who are shout out. You don't kind of do the big up thing. Look later down in the stream and thing. But big up on yourself just to see it. You understand? We're late already, so we're not going to delay the thing. As Kalanji said, there is no time to waste. You know what I mean? So we get it up and running quick and fast. So let me change over to the next background here, so you know the thing ready. Boom, camera there, so Zane, I'm gonna unlock this first. Bring in the camera. Yeah man, that look ready, you know. Yeah peeps, so we're there. Each week I come on, I try to shed some light on the cases where especially young girls and women have been reported missing in the country, and this week is no it's not a week where we can go on and say okay, we don't have that situation there. You understand? So I'm gonna get that thing up and running and thing. As this young lady here, Zane, little princess, a 7-year-old Dejanique Porter has been reported missing. So 7-year-old Dejanique Porter of Jack Allen District in Woodford, St. Andrew has been reported missing since Saturday, July the 13th. That's a long time now. You understand? As it relates to young girls going missing and possibilities. Really and truly a long time. But we hope for the best. We hope for the best possible news and thing. So we could go and keep our fingers crossed. Dejanique is of dark complexion, slim build, and is about 3 feet tall. So reports are that Dejanique was last seen in her community at about 10 p.m. dressed in a blue blouse, aqua shorts, and a pair of slippers. So anyone knowing the whereabouts of Dejanique Porter is being asked to contact the Irish Town Police at 876-944-8242 the police 119 emergency number or the nearest police station. So peeps, as I'm saying, hope for the best. Hope there's a positive ending in this one. I am seeing signs that might suggest that that might not be the case as it relates to the length of time, as it relates to her age, as it relates to history. You understand? But fingers crossed. Zane, fingers crossed. And if anybody know the little girl, they wanna do the right thing. If any old dirty man, Zane, know the little girl there, wanna go hang on yourself so the little girl can be freed. You understand me? I say, yeah man. That is just one of the stories, peeps, as it relates to people. I think over the course of this week I might do a roundup video of all the girls reported missing in the country for the last month and a half. It's a lot of them. It might take me a while. This is another young lady. She is 16 years old. So 16-year-old Nina gone missing in St. Thomas. And St. Thomas, the missing thing is a rough thing because there's a situation where another young lady was reported missing earlier last week and she turned up dead. Soon get to that. So an Ananda alert has been activated for 16-year-old Janine Sterling, otherwise called Nina, of Church Corner, Morant, being St. Thomas, who has been reported missing since Monday, July the 15th. Saying 1 week that no peeps. She's of dark complexion, medium built, and is about 157 centimeters or 5 feet 2 inches tall. So reports from the Morant Bay police are that Janine, Janine, I suppose it can be pronounced that way as well because it's Janine, Zine, I pray probably Janine, was last seen at her home at about 9:30 a.m. wearing a lime green dress with white border and was barefooted. I don't know why the local empress or what barefooted still. She has not been seen or heard from since, and anyone knowing the whereabouts of Janine Sterling is being asked to contact the Morant Bay police at 876-326-5054, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Zane. So for these two little empress, 7-year-old, 16-year-old, I trust, I hope, I pray that they are still alive and that they will be reunited with their family in very short order. You understand? That is the hope. So Mako see it going. As soon as there's any other development, I will let you know. Hopefully those developments are positive. Yeah? Young St. Thomas woman missing since church on Sunday found dead. So she would have left home for church, never returned home. So this is the Empress, 21 years old. So the search for a 21-year-old woman who went missing after leaving for church in St. Thomas last Sunday has ended in tragedy. So you remember 16-year-old Janine is missing. See? The police are reporting that the body of the woman, identified as Abina Bertram, also called Tashel, of Industry Hill in the parish, was found on Friday. So the body was discovered floating in a river in a section of the parish. Sources said a group of persons went to the river and found the remains and raised an alarm. And the police suspect foul play as the partially nude body was found with the hands bound and the face down in murky waters. I will bet my salary that she was raped. Because that is the nature of the men living in Jamaica. So after going missing on Sunday, the young woman's disappearance triggered an extensive search by her family members in tandem with the police, which ended in tragedy on Friday. So reports are that Bertram was last seen in the presence of a man before she went missing. So, person of interest in custody as cops probe the recovery or discovery of the young lady's body. So the police have taken a person of interest in custody. Remember, she was last seen with a man. Zane? The police have taken a person of interest in the custody in connection with the case of Abina Bertram, a 21-year-old woman who went missing after leaving for church in St. Thomas on Sunday. Yeah? So the police reported that her body, she's also called Tashel, was found in a river. They say we now have a person of interest in custody and he's being questioned. So no further details were provided about the development. Yeah? Things set away. So the police in the meantime have indicated suspicion of foul play as a woman's partially nude body, as I said earlier. You know what I think go. See? Things set away though. Things set away. Another young lady's life would have been cut short for whatever reasons, I suppose possibly nonsensical reason. But that is the nature of the country we currently call home. Things sad, family. So in the context of this situation, I sincerely hope that the other ladies who are missing, as I said, I'll probably do a roundup of all the ladies reported missing in the last month and a half, and see if we can help spread the word and see if we can find a couple of them seeing alive, because that is important. Well, I'm gonna know still. Seeing? I don't know. Things that are weird though. Yeah, it's like the man them, I don't know. Diamond Clark, teacher me say Amber Alert for missing person. What you mean by that, Empress? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Because all of these girls would have been reported missing and an alert would have been activated. So I'm not understand, which is the same thing as an Amber Alert. So I'm going to understand, if you're asking me if there's a specific place, whether online or physically, where these things are blasted, there are many places. See, in the police's social media pages, be it Facebook or Twitter, Hear the Children's Cry, they post missing children on a daily basis, really and truly. See, Crime Stop also, so there are many different agencies, so to speak, that does that. So if that is a question you're asking, I trust that my answer sufficiently enough. I mean, that is how I know they would be missing, because they would have been, reports would have been filed and public alerts would have been sent. So hopefully that helps. Prime Minister reports 726 murders in Jamaica since the start of January. And this is about 1 week old. So about 750, you know. I'm just saying. See? So let me read the headline again. Prime Minister report 726 murders in Jamaica since the start of the year. So the Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reported that since the start of the year, a total of 726 persons have been murdered in Jamaica. And I said it's about a week old. And I promise you that the number is about 150 now. See, and I'm not exaggerating. That is a 1% increase when compared with the corresponding period last year, or an average of just over 3 killings per day. Pan Jam Down, Jamra, Jamaica land we love. Okay, Toronto, our cell phones will ring off with the... Okay, with missing people, everyone eyes open. You know, that's a brilliant idea, Diamond. That's a brilliant idea, actually. I don't think we have a situation like that in the country as of yet. I don't know why we don't have that anyways, because companies pay the Giselle for advertise, and them send a million text message come give. Yeah, so I say, so I am sure that Digicel could do that, or Flow for that matter could do that as a part of their charity work. It's a brilliant idea. I don't know why we are not doing that for real, you know. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. See, I suppose the vision is lacking and them something there. Yeah, so on average, just over 3 people are killed per day in Jamaica, yeah? So Onus made the relayed the information while speaking in Parliament one day in the week. And thing. So, I don't know. So 11 more persons at that point in time. I think this was released on Tuesday. At that point in time, would have been murdered compared to last year. And so, I don't know. 726 people, about 750 I know, with a population of 3 million people. Ah, boy. There's something about some figures for. I don't know. I'm almost sure I did script that. I did put that down in my notes. So I don't know. I search it still, so I can't find it. Something about the figures as it relates to the crime statistics for the tri-parish state of emergency. Yeah, I find it. Murders down in Westmoreland, Hanover, and Hanover since the declaration of the 3 parish SOE, but it is still up in St. James, yeah? So the police are reporting mixed success in curtailing murders in the 3 western parishes where a state of emergency is currently in place. So according to figures released by the police's corporate communications unit, the parishes of Westmoreland and Hanover have both seen a reduction in murders. Both parishes recorded 34 and 33% reduction in murders respectively since the enforcement of the state of emergency on April the 30th. So the police say prior to the SOE, Hanover had 14 murders and Westmoreland 43. Since the enforcement of the SOE, Westmoreland recorded 8 and Hanover 4. However, the situation is different in St. James, as the number of murders increased when compared to the same period last year. And the official rate of increase was not revealed by the police, but they say St. James recorded 51 murders prior to the enforcement of the SOE on April the 22nd. And, yeah. So the release of the murder figures for the Western parishes comes on the heel of the opposition spokesman for national security, Fitz Jackson, declaring that the SOE have not been effective in curtailing murders. And he demanded that the police commissioner tell the country what plans he has for addressing the situation other than using states of emergencies. That's our next story for them discussing in Parliament. Them is alright. You understand what I say? Because as I speak, I know a couple more people could have been murdered. Unfortunate situation that we face in this country. You see me? And them something there. Alright, peeps. So, I know many persons here in the stream right now would have been watching Sumfest on Friday night, because I would have streamed it on Jamaica, which is the second channel. If you're not subscribed, you need to go subscribe now. See, I'll share the link. I work, you know, see, you know what you go. Where then? I put the link here. So if you haven't subscribed to the second channel, that's the channel where I show the better side of Jamaica, the lighter side of Jamaica, the fun side of Jamaica, the beautiful side of Jamaica. Yeah, haven't been uploading as often as I should or could, but we're working on that. So many persons from the family were there Friday night, and you would have watched the stream and everybody who was up with me up to 8:27 Saturday morning would have known that the police would have pulled the plug on night one, dancehall night essentially of Sumfest. Reason given is that there was an excessive use of profane language, of profanity, and thing. And funny enough, the video I made about it on this channel, main channel, Teach Them, is actually doing very well, you know, never did I expect it to go fly. So police pulled the plug as I made excessive use of profanity. So many persons have their varying views and contending views on the issue. The person who would have been responsible for making that call is a gentleman in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but him in one black hat. Then he is Superintendent Gary Mackenzie, I think. and them something there. So he's the man who is responsible for Era 1, I think, and them something there. So the police on Saturday morning ordered an abrupt end to night one of Reggae Sumfest inside Montego Bay's Catherine Hall complex, with around a number of artists left to perform. Them say the two, Squash and Chronicler. I suppose Daddy One would have been there too and them something there. We can't keep up with the whole line name of artists them these days. Zine, so thousands of patrons were left disappointed after the police pulled the plug on Reggae Sumfest dance all night. Zine, so the show, according to the police, had run past its 5:30 a.m. cutoff time by 2.5 hours when the security forces called an halt to the event at around 8:27 a.m. See, so the show was scheduled to be closed at 5:30 a.m. Juicy J said them no want Squash to perform. You know, I don't think so, family. In all reality, I don't think so. I don't agree with that still. I'm going to tell you why. See, you know, a few. I don't think the police have nothing against Squash. You see me? Squash would have put himself in a position where even the police would have had to have dealings before. That's not the police fault. You understand what I say? And I'm going to tell you why I don't feel so the police, this was something against Squash per se. Yes, the police could have allowed the two youth to perform. I would have appreciated that. Zine, but the reality is that rules are rules and regulations are regulations. I want to bear in mind, Juicy J, if the agreement that was signed off by the police is that the show should have ended at 5:30 and the show was closed down at 8:30, you cannot blame the police, brother. Think about it. If the show, Zine, if the show was scheduled to end at 5:30, the police would have granted an extension and they decided that based on other circumstances or factors, they will end it at 8:30. Brother, a 3 hours additional time that you know. So we have to be fair. Let us be fair. Zine, a 3 hours extension that. So how then can we blame the police after they would have given 3 hours extension? Why are we not blaming the organizers of Sumfest? Why are we not blaming the organizers and stage managers for 45 minutes band changes? Why are we not blaming the organizers for some 30 minutes interview, unnecessary interview? Why are we not blaming the organizers for MCs on stage behaving like them artists and get more time than entertainers? So how are we now ascribing blame to the police after they gave a 3 hour extension on the time? You see, that is what we not understand with us as people. You know? We're not fair, Zane. We're not fair in our declaration sometimes. Zane, we are too emotional. And we speak based on emotions and we forget the facts. You understand what I say? And I try to be as fair and as objective as I can, irrespective of what the situation is. Sometimes I can be, opinionated. But the reality is that if we are going to call a spade, the police had nothing to do with this. Zine, the show was scheduled to end at 5:30. The police gave an extension and the show ended at 8:30. That is 3 hours. The police don't control the show. And when now you have police right around the stage and in the crowd, and the agreement was that profane language will not be a part of the proceedings and every man will go up on stage across $1 million bad word, then what do you think the police are going to do? After they would have given 3 hours extension. Zine, but the first thing you get up and do is do the easy thing. Blame the police. So now when people are going to say the police are going to fight Squash, squash that, man. Because I don't see where the police are fight Squash. Squash should have performed before 5:30. That's not the police fault. You understand what I say? That's not the police fault, you know. I'm going to say this publicly too. Zane, I have been, normally, if there's one thing I do, Mr. Holness is saying the police could be lenient, but Mr. Holness, you're probably not hear what I say. The show was scheduled to have ended at 5:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. When the show ended, it was 8:30. Based on my math, that is 3 hours. So the police would have granted a 3 hours extension. See, Mr. Holness, the police would have granted 3 hours extension. So what more leniency them did need for exercise? But that's an ask, and I think it's a fair question. As me as now, just a little bit of context. If there was one thing I did every single year as it relates to entertainment, was go to Sting. Sting on my show. You understand? When Sting, West Kingston Jamboree, I kind of stopped go West Kingston Jamboree from Dodos was extradited because we don't really trust the place like that no more. That's the reality. So in a way, it doesn't matter. Sumfest is the greatest show. But it does matter, sir. It has to matter. See, it has to matter because whether Sumfest is the greatest show, there are rules and regulations. See, rules and laws are not cast in stone. No, they are not cast in stone, sir. But that is why the show was extended for 3 hours. And if you can't appreciate that, then really and truly, we can't have a discussion. Because if the show was extended for 3 hours, then we all say the police could have been lenient. Then I not agree with that, none at all. See? If it was Bojo, then we can only speculate. We can only speculate. Because Bojo was not placed in a situation where he might work 12 o'clock in a day when he's supposed to done work from 5:30. You see? And thing. I watched the entire show. I streamed the entire show. And the fundamental issue with the show was the organizers. Their time management was whack. You understand what I say? That was the issue. And I'm going to say this, and this is what I'm going to say before Mr. Holness share this view. If one show, if I went to one show, man, them for leave it alone. Show should go on until people leave. Okay, sir, Holness. That's an interesting concept, you know, sir. See, because then we have to put a little thing into perspective. And for the persons who probably wonder, Mr. Holness and I work at the same institution. As a matter of fact, he's my superior. And I can tell you that if this man said the show will end 5 o'clock, Zane, you will get it to 5:30 or 6:45 or 5:45, but you now go 6 o'clock. So it is interesting now to hear Mr. Holness, Zane, making these comments when I know and he knows that if he says 5 o'clock, fine, he might give way until 5:30 or 5:45, but him now give us till 6 o'clock. But life is a funny thing, eh? Big up yourself, Mr. Holness. See you September. Or see you Tuesday, I suppose. Watch me and on peeps. Sting, I'm a thing. As I say, Sting and West Kingston Jamboree, those two shows are the shows that I look forward to. See, that show them show that kind of appeal to me more than a Sumfest. You understand? Sumfest crowd are not my type of crowd. No. Ever since Joe Bogdanovich got involved with Sting, Sting started going down. And a part of the problem with that, I think Joe wants to add so many things to the proceedings of a stage show and not paying attention to the thing that makes the stage show, artist's performance on stage. Big up yourself in a Father Kurt. But there, man. So artist performance on stage, I think, is not primary when Joe is involved. And I would have seen that firsthand from Joe got involved in Sting. And you can do the research. Sting started to decline when Joe got involved in Sting. And I now said Joe is bad for the industry or for the music, because what Joe do with Sumfest, many Jamaicans now get up and invest so much money in it. So we now said Joe is a bad man. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, based on my humble assessment of Joe's participation in certain event, I think that Joe is interested in creating a package out of the thing what the thing not really make for that. You understand? That is what me think. Sting used to be a show where a man come, do him set, a next man forward, do him set, and the thing run and run and run and run and run. Yes, you have band changes, and that is a part of the thing we need to look into. You understand what I mean? That's one of the things. I understand some artists I go work with them band, but every artist when they on the show can them individual band. 5 artists have to go work with the same band, because they are bands that are capable of backing all the Rough Cut can back every single artist in Jamaica. You understand what I say? Rough Cut can back every single artist in Jamaica. Yeah, you're not going to have one band work the full night. But if we have a situation where 5, 6 artists can be backed by the same band, why we not do that? Why every artist need to have a band change? That is the next thing. That is not a stage show anymore. But I guess that is why they call it a festival. Because when I went to, and this is why I love West Kingston Jamboree. When you go West Kingston Jamboree, almost every artist in the world, in a dance hall, they are West Kingston Jamboree. Zine and a man nah do no more than 5-10 minutes, so you move on. When Sample Man come on the stage and say, a time for you go, or enough is a time for you go. One banner play the whole night. Whether it is Cartel or Mavard or Bounty Killer or Beanie Man, everybody work to the same band. Zine, so this whole of a band change thing, it take away from the whole spectacle of what a stage show is. When you stand up on your foot the whole night, you stand up for 8 hours. Zine, and for the 8 hours, 4 of them 8 hours there, a band change. A MC on stage, a try the artist. Then that not make no sense. So me I say all of this we say the police were not the problem with Sting, not Sting, with Sumfest. The organizers were the problem with Sumfest. You understand? I saw a time when 1 person I get interviewed 2-3 times. Sportsmax I interview them, Nicky Z I interview them. Like why we need to see the 2 persons same for one night. Why am I gonna say different here so I'm never say over there so? We have periods where the MC have 15-20 minutes on the stage. Some artists now get 5 minutes, but we have MC talk for 15 minutes. That don't make no sense. So what we really want in a stage show, I don't understand, because what I know of stage show, and when it come on to stage show and sound clash, we don't ask nobody about them things. We pay with money go watch them things. Zine? You understand what I say? And my understanding of a stage show is you go spend your money if you say artist perform. Not no MC. The MC is not the star of the show. Not journalists we are seek interview. Them things that you go watch them after the show by your TV. Be no need to see them there in the middle of the show. Me want to see them on a perform. That is what me want to see, you know. If I go to the show to see Agent Sasko work, I don't want an Agent Sasko interview. I want Agent Sasko work. If I go to the show to see Barry's work, I don't want to see an interview with Barry's the night. I want to see the interview with Barry's 1-2 days after on my TV. I never pay for go watch your interview. I never pay for go watch Miss Kitty on stage a chat for 15 minutes each time. I never pay for go watch Pretty Boy or Bossy Boy flied a chat on stage for 15 minutes each time. That is why Nuffy is the man, you know. Nuffy not in a whole for long talking, you know. Teach Nuffy talk a lot. Nuffy not talk like them the people that this. And Nuffy come on the show at the business time. Nuffy come when a thing a boil down. So Nuffy will talk, but Nuffy not in a whole heap of talking and telling a story like I'm a skitty or a Pretty Boy fly. That the reality that. You understand what I say? The MC is not the star of the show. The MC is the MC. Move the thing, man. Keep the thing going. So the problem with Dance All Night for Sumfest was Miss Kitty, Bossy Boy Flied, and the organizers, not the police. And I will stand by that. And I said, starting out, that yes, the police could have facilitated the last two performances. Yeah? In reality. However, we cannot be harsh on the police knowing that the show should have ended at 5:30, but they gave 3 hours extension. So how are we now going to blame the police after they gave 3 hours extension? Zane, so we are entitled to our opinions, but we can be fair when we are stating our opinions. Yeah, and for somebody who love dancehall music, because as much as the music is not the music that I grew up to love and appreciate, it has changed a lot, Zane, but it's still dancehall and it is still something that I have love for. I don't sit down and spend as much time listening to Squash and Javelin and Chronicle and the Daddy One Brother and TJ like I would have sat and listened to Cartel and Killer and Mavado and Sizzler. That's the truth. Because as you grow, you mature and your taste in music changes. The reality that you know. As you mature and grow older, your taste in music changes. And not because the music where you appreciate, Zane, you know, where you used to appreciate, you don't appreciate no more. Means I'm going to say your dancehall is work and that. No, it's work the youth them are work. I not pressure them. Zane, me skitty a all time till the artists them come and the band change. Truckstar MVP, manners. But I guess I now follow the line of reasoning. I understand that. But why is it every artist a work to a different band? That I said that already. So whether Miss Kitty a hold it, Miss Kitty should not hold a band change so long neither. Because back in the days, one banner back every artist. Why every artist will feel like them reach somewhere need for your work with a particular band. That it is robbing the patrons. When you pay $5,000 to go watch a stage show, and for the night you have 6 or 7 artists, that make no sense. Back in the days, you got one stage show, you get 120 artist performance for your money. Zane, whether we like it, yeah or nay, Miss Kitty talk too much on the stage show them. I don't pay my money for go watch Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is not an artist. I pay for go watch artists. It's just a reality that and I have nothing against Miss Kitty, but Miss Kitty is not an artist. Miss Kitty is a MC. MC introduce artists, move on. That's their job. You understand what I say? So you know what thing go. But I'm gonna finish up this because night I come anyways. Zane. So the show had run past its 5:30 a.m. cutoff time by 2.5 hours when the security forces called a halt to the event at 8:27. Let's be fair. This show was scheduled to be closed at 5:30 a.m. But according to Superintendent Gary McKenzie, which is the brother of the black hat here, so you understand? The police using their discretion, and if Mr. Holness want a different word, using their leniency, allowed it to continue beyond 5:30. However, Mackenzie said among the reasons for the abrupt end was the artist's use of profanity. Why is it that we are now at a stage where artists feel like say, if him not cuss couple bad word, him not perform. Killer and Beanie perform for about 35 minutes, them not cuss one bad word. Chronix cuss one bad word. Yeah, me did it, babe, me watch it. Zine, but you have some man cuss about 30 bad word in them set family. Some man cuss 30 bad word and sing 3 songs. You understand what I say? Then, if your contract say you have to use a profane language, then, boy, I don't understand. There are strict rules in terms of how the show must go on. The police was using their discretion in terms of allowing some time to go on. And the artists were on stage using profanity. The police cannot preside over something like that, Mackenzie noted. So time management is very important, as the scheduled conclusion for 5:30 was extended. So first, the police extended the 5:30 end to 7:30. So the police gave them 2 hours initially. And then they got an additional hour to make it 3 hours. So what the police fault? The decision to lock down the show triggered tensions in the artists' tents backstage as it became clear that some of them would not perform. And yes, I feel for the artists them. For no say, you know, I go push yourself to the world really and truly. Seeing the exposure where Sumfest I give some artists, not other show right now, and I give them that in Jamaica, you know, because what the other stage shows them in Jamaica anymore? Champions in action now keep no more. Sting now keep no more. You understand me? I say it's only Rebel Salute and Sumfest, and some of the artists that will perform for Sumfest can't go Rebel Salute because enough of them type of show that. So when you spend money, prepare yourself. Yes, you get paid. Zine for your show, your fans them pay them money for come look for you. The artists them for perform. I get that. But then the organizer need to understand say they have a responsibility to deliver to the audience what they advertise and what the audience paid for. Time management is the issue. And it has been happening for years. That a part of the thing will help kill Sting. Zine, so the decision to lock down the show triggered tensions, as I said. And them something. First thing first, we have this dirty habit as patrons in Jamaica. Nobody now go on no stage show or no dance until 3 o'clock in the morning. Zine, so if the show start 8 o'clock, some people now reach it till 10 o'clock. It is hard to have young artists who go out in front of one big old stage with 5 people in front of them. So, them say, them did for start at 8:30, but a few people in the crowd, so them start about 1 hour later. You understand what I say? So, I just my take on the thing that, in the video that I did, I never state my opinion, but my opinion is, the police are being unfairly blamed, Zane, as they would have granted a 3 hours extension for your show should they end 5:30 and them lock it off 8:30. Why every artist not perform by 8:30 already? And the man them going to 3 hours already. But we are get up and blame the police them. We blame the police them for everything in the country. I guess it's the easy way out in this country. The police get blamed for everything, I suppose. So we just blame the police them. The police want to fight squash. The police want to fight law boss. The police want to fight dancehall. And the police them give you 3 hours additional upon the time when you get already. I mean I get it. But I guess I'm just me still. Jamaica terrorated. Bomb threat leads to closure of businesses in Montego Bay. So commercial activities along a section of Barnett Street in Montego Bay, St. James came to a standstill on Thursday afternoon following a bomb threat at a gas station in the area. You have to take that seriously. Any bomb threat you have to take seriously. So reports are that about noon, the police received a call alleging that a bomb was on the premises of the gas station. So members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, the St. James Police and the Jamaica Defence Force responded to the call, cordoned off the area and searched the premises. In the process, the entire area was evacuated, including businesses in close proximity to the gas station. So the search was called off about 3 hours later after no explosive device was found. And I sincerely hope that them find the person responsible for that call. Oh, Dr. A, how are you? I in the whole Sumfest thing last night was a good night. I know the persons who were watching the stream were disappointed. Many of them in the fact that we were only allowed to watch about the first 5 minutes or 5 songs from Buju Banton's set based on contractual agreement. I never pay no money for gas Sumfest. So I good. You understand? The performance from Buju was a totally different performance from the one that he gave. Well, based on what I saw at the Long Walk to Freedom, it was Buju was a little bit probably tense and probably did feel a little bit of pressure the first one. That one I did free and the man just come mash up his stage. So the man mash up his stage for about 5 minutes and me enjoy it. Big up yourself, Gaga, man. You understand? Me understand the whole contract thing and Buju want the people them for come at the show them and spend them money and thing. I mean I have no problem with that in all reality. See, for the people that want in the crowd, make sure them enjoy themselves. Big up yourself, Gaga, man. Protege set was awesome. Zane, Protege set was awesome. Romy and Virgo continues to mature. Etana was her usual awesome self, I suppose. I think Barry Salmon took the night though. Barry Salmon have a crowd like one good teacher in one classroom. You youth them attentive and you youth them just learn and want to learn. I saw Barry Steve the thing last night. Real legendary performance. For dance all night, I think the standout performers would have been, I think Munga did a creditable job. I was impressed with Munga Honorable. Munga better than what I remember him for being, in all honesty, I'm not lie. Energy God, Elephant Man, him did have full of energy. Zane, the bounty being a thing, you can't pay for that really and truly. You have to appreciate the artistry and the genius that was on show there. So Spice was her old self, we can't tell none. I think Dexter that performed too late. Dexter that should have performed after Spice. Dexter that is not a daylight type of artist. The man is a night artist. When the woman them, you understand me, I can hide like Zane and thing. Yeah, that's about it I suppose. You see me, Chronics probably was the standout performer for night one in reality. See, if you talk about a complete performance and thing. You see me? The Shaney and Javilani people them. Javilani full of energy. Shaney needs some energy. I don't know. Moving on. Yeah, so that's my assessment of the thing. Oh yeah, Janine. Big up yourself, Empress Janine. You answer me, I say, that's a beautiful black lady, man. You see me? Real African princess. It's just, you look on Janine and you know God, I body's God. You know what I mean? Anything, you know, real African princess. Zane, I enjoy Dexter that spot. Oh! I don't know how me talk about dance all night and forget about the legendary Spragga Benz. Spragga, big up yourself. You understand me? I say, anting. You see, we are move on now. Yeah, man, Janine. I said 9, new wave. Beautiful black lady, man. So I can move on now. So we just start about one Bamford. I could keep the same picture up on screen because, as me I say, a bomb in Jamaica is not a far-fetched thing anymore. Zane, it's not a far-fetched thing anymore. Because in recent times, they would have discovered explosives in Tivoli Garden. And we see a situation now where smoke grenade, Zane, and 145 rounds of ammunition was found during a St. Catherine raid. You understand? So members of the Island Security Forces seized a total of 145 assorted rounds of ammunition during a St. Catherine South Police, during a raid in the St. Catherine South Police Division. So the items were found in 2 huts, which were hidden in a remote section of the parish called Swamp, the police said. So several other illegal items, including army fatigue and a smoke grenade, along with vegetable matter that appeared to be compressed ganja, and several packages with white powdery substance looking like cocaine, were also confiscated. So no one was arrested. I don't like that part there. You know what I mean? So police broke down the ammunition find into 27 5.56mm cartridges, 8 7.76mm cartridges, 79.38 cartridges, 6.45 cartridges, 2 9mm cartridges, 22 12-gauge cartridges, and 1.40 cartridge, while 6 rifle magazines were also confiscated. Reports are that between the hours of 4:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., a joint police military team consisting of members from CTOC, the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and the JDF, supported by air and 2 Coast Guard vessels, carried out special operations in the area known as Swamps behind Cabbie in St. Catherine. But the people that may ask what Cabbie is, it is in all our Bay region. There, so. See? So during the operation, the team found 2 huts in the swamp, which were equipped with electricity and other power devices like solar panels. The assortment of ammunition was seized from the huts. Other gadgets that were found include 7 cellular phones, 1 tablet, 1 Dell laptop, 32-inch black-point television, 2 pounds of packaged and processed ganja, 2 small packages of white powder substance resembling cocaine, along with a bulletproof vest and an army shirt, a life vest, a smoke grenade, and a small quantity of cash was also found. The police said all the evidential material were seized for a ballistic and forensic examination where applicable, and a large quantity of clothing, mattresses, shoes, a stove, a cylinder, and other personal effects, including medication, dispensed in the name of several individuals who are to be questioned, were also found. You're welcome in a Peyton place. Manners and respect in a brother. Seeing the huts were destroyed and the items that could not be confiscated were burnt. It should also be noted that water and electricity supply was found at the huts, which was traced back to a premises on Cabbie. It's like it's a military installation family. You don't see what I go on. Boy, I don't know still. I don't know star. Peeps, I did a video earlier last week. That why am I not find the picture? How was that there? Them a talk about bus. Bus what? Left enough of them and wait at the bus stop. Not get the bus and go fall off track. Yeah, I'm sure I do that picture there. But the long and short of the picture is that there was a situation in Kingston recently where a taxi operator, Zane, basically kidnapped some passenger. I'm just saying that. What happened is that the Juicy J, man, as I respect a brother, you know, I appreciate the support in the family. You know what thing go. Reports are that the taxi driver was being chased by a police officer. But you know, when I watch the video, I don't even know if the police was actually chasing this fellow. Zane, but what happened is that in all of that, there was a female passenger who never into the joyride. And she would have pleaded with said driver. Zane, Miss Grace here, but she smell the singing coming. She would have pleaded with the driver to let her off because she would have been in a similar situation in the past where she was in a car that was chased by police officers, and by all accounts, shots might have been fired at the vehicle. Can you imagine that? Where, despite her many pleas, the driver proceeded to drive. And not only that, the driver decided to continue driving. The driver also told her to shut up her mouth because I him a drive him car. Can you believe? Can you believe it? He used to have a program like that on TV one night time. And most a boy like. Used to watch it sometime. You understand? Added to that, added to the driver telling her to shut up her mouth, there were passengers in the vehicle telling her to calm down herself. Cool it down. You understand what I say? There were people in the vehicle telling the lady who would have been exposed to this type of situation before to basically tapping eyes on me ears. You understand? Tapping eyes. No. Sound like a tiger, eh? Can you imagine? The trauma, that's about trauma, that this lady would have experienced having to deal with said situation. Can you imagine? This woman basically is a deja vu thing for her. And people beside her, females for that matter, I tell her, say, if you calm down. See? It was interesting to assess and analyze the comments in the comment section of the video to hear people, oh crap, Zine, crap, yeah, see, one on the piece, I'm set up at my screen, yeah, to hear people's opinion on the thing. I see man, I say the girl I hear that and she can move from here and go. She can't pay for the driver car if police take with the driver car. And if she don't want in a taxi, she will go buy her own car and all sort of something. I want him to tell that driver, if some man was in that vehicle and say, yo, stop and let me out, he have to stop and let them out. You understand? Whether police are going to take you where I know. You understand? So you know, the police them say them a search the fellow. So a woman's terrifying ordeal in a public passenger vehicle being chased by a cop goes viral. As I said, when I really and truly assess the video, I don't know if the police was actually chasing the vehicle. You know? I could be wrong. So a female passenger endured a terrifying ordeal while in a taxi that was trying to evade the police in the corporate area. So a video captured by another passenger. And family, when you have video them thing that you hold the phone so, brother, so, or history, they can get a good video. That's something on a workout. You have some big old black bar, and in order to get a good video, you have to do too much work. So please, when you have video things them, Zane, on hold the phone them so, and then on hold them so them balance like. Sometimes you push it out, boom, you know, up. You understand? Yeah, man. Tired of eat that video them. If you never video the thing them, might as well not video the thing them properly, brother. You see? Alright. The just over 2-minute long video shows the car speeding while a member of the constabulary force on a motorbike gave chase. I don't know if there was a chase in the car. You understand? The woman who strongly pleaded for the driver to stop was repeatedly ignored. The distraught passenger was also being told by others in the vehicle to calm down. She was also disrespected by the driver who told her to shut up. Shut up. She better say, yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? But the passenger's fear was heightened because of her past experience in a public passenger vehicle being chased by the police. She had to tell them so don't understand. But the passenger's fear, we said that already. You understand? One of the passengers can also be heard expressing concerns about the possibility of the police shooting into the vehicle. Amidst it all, another female passenger who was in the vehicle and heard her co-passenger's pleas, tried to calm her. I'm going to need calm voice. You understand? The police say they are still searching for the taxi driver who led them on the high-speed chase. Me didn't really see that chase still, but I guess me not see it. See, the vehicle was reportedly heading to halfway tree when the incident unfolded as the driver made his getaway. Jamaica to rotted. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling so well, Miss McDermott. I hope that you will improve in very short order. I know they kind of do a little medical procedure type thing. I hope on that at the issue. But I guess I probably link up later and check in by them something. Hopefully remember. Because I get hold of it and I remember all these things. You see me? Miss win some H, one. Please like and share. And don't forget to press that notification bell. On the year, Miss win some say on the like and share. And don't forget to press the notification bell. I'll put it on the screen so you see. Miss win some big up yourself, you know, because you know what thing. They don't listen more time. More time I even better talk to them now, you know. You understand me? I say, Zane, so see it up on the screen. Miss Diamond class will play the clip. The reason why I can't play the clip is because for some strange reason when I connect the phone to the computer, it not pick it up again. I don't know. From it crash Friday night, last week Sunday, I've been trying to get it to work. I don't know what the issue. So I don't know. So I can't play the screen. I can't play the video, but then when I go watch it, I get the views of me, man. See, Miss Hudson, big up yourself. So peeps. The death announcement section of the thing, you know them play. I need to get the soundtrack. You know them play a soundtrack when I'm going to read death announcement on GR like and TVJ. I need it. Because more time I do it, yes, so. Zane. Minty. Blessings in the family. You know, everything not really well with the family, you know, but we are give thanks. We are give thanks. You see me? Teacher, I forgot shift up the class. 4 shot, 2 dead in East Kingston shooting. Yeah? Trevor Barrett, bless up. 2 people are dead and 2 others are nursing gunshot wounds following a shooting at a barber shop on Maiden Street in East Kingston. Sorry, one of them evening now. Dead are 32-year-old barber Kamar Price and 32-year-old Tiwayne Simmons, otherwise called Bobby. So reports are that about 7:45, the 4 men were at the barber shop operated by Mr. Price. The group was approached by a lone gunman in a car who opened fire, hitting all 4. The 4 men were taken to hospital, but 2 of them died. The other 2 are being treated, and the Elliston Road police are investigating. Right, and it look like you have to go rascal. Barber thing no stay, boy, I don't know. Biggs shot dead in Old Harbour. So the St. Catherine South police are continuing their search for gunmen who shot and killed a man in Old Harbour in the parish on Wednesday. The deceased has been identified as St. Albin O'Connor, alias Biggs, of Hopeton of Smith Avenue in Old Harbour. Smith Avenue. So St. Albin O'Connor, them also call him Biggs and Hopeton. So according to reports, at about 9 p.m., residents heard explosions coming from O'Connor's residence and summoned the police. On their arrival, the police found the body of the man lying face down in a pool of blood along a dirt track. Seeing? A close inspection of the body revealed what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the back of the head. O'Connor was taken to hospital where his death was confirmed and the police are now investigating. Father Peyton Place, some of us are respecting the brother. You know, we appreciate the support, we appreciate the contribution, you know what I mean? Blessings every time. 15-year-old shot dead by fake cops in Clarendon home invasion. You have good cops, bad cops, fake cops. A student of the Veer Technical High School in Clarendon was shot dead by a gunman at his home in Havana Heights, Phase 3 in the parish on Thursday morning. The deceased has been identified as 15-year-old Jermaine Palmer. So reports are that about 1:15 a.m., armed men wearing ballistic vests and purporting to be police officers kicked open the door of the teen's house. Palmer and other occupants ran from the house, but the teenager was chased and shot multiple times in the head and upper body by the gunmen who later fled the scene. The real police were alerted and Palmer was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. A motive is yet to be established for the latest killing to rock the crime-plagued parish. Yeah? The people been a call for SOE. Sherms Good say, why no SOE in Clarendon? I couldn't tell you that, you know. I assume says a Empress, you know. I'm not sure. I'm not know say a general will call himself Goods. So, yeah. The Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security and the Prime Minister say it a forward. One at the time them did say them not have enough resources considering say you have SOEs all over the place. Them must say Clarendon, the terrain, the rough police and thing for your SOE for the whole parish. But we don't think them need a SOE for the whole parish. Them just need to target the areas them. Yorktown, Effortville, Mineral Heights, Havana Heights, them place there. You understand what I say? Auntie. I don't know. Things that are weird on Clarendon and the family. You see? Boy, I tell you. UK resident killed. 2 others shot and injured in Kingston drive-by. A resident of London in England, was killed along Arthur Wynne Drive in Kingston on Sunday night. Auntie. Oh, so this I say a central Clarendon really. I true you thought, brother. It's most central Clarendon for true. True. That's a middle part there. See? He has been identified as Donovan Lewis. So police report that Lewis was among 3 persons traveling in a Nissan Note motor car along Arthur Wynne Drive on Sunday night when 2 men traveling on a motorbike, this sounds so familiar, drove up beside the vehicle and opened fire. You can't drive bike, you ride bike. I don't know why them say drive bike. You drive something with a 4-wheel family. You ride something with 2, you don't drive a bicycle. I guess because them say it's a motor vehicle, it's a motorbike. I ride bike, so nobody can tell me nothing. Yeah, man, Stadium Road for now. We have to drop the parallels, you know. It is. Have you ever seen the amount of police and one operation team split them up and disperse them elsewhere? That makes sense, but the thing with the operation team, you know, Empress Goods, I feel comfortable now I say it. You understand? Is that based on the nature of the criminals that currently exist, the operation team don't have to be big, you know. And you don't analyze them go up on operation 24 hours for the day. Operations are supposed to be strategic, and well coordinated. So I suppose numbers and operation is important. I understand what you suggest, but I don't know how practical that would be really and truly. You understand? So you know what I think. James Man is saying now that Donovan Lewis' mother would have received news of his death in Jamaica, and the news might have led to her untimely passing. So based on what James is saying, big up yourself, big bro. Based on not, shame, I say you Empress, blessings. Based on what James is saying, is that the death of Lewis might have led to the death of his mother. Unfortunate, isn't it? So you know, Lewis succumbed to his injuries while the other two were admitted in hospital and are being treated for gunshot wounds. The injured persons are listed in serious but stable condition. Now listen to this now, peeps. Remember the England link? I did a video recently detailing a situation where a number of Jamaicans would have been or who have ties to England, but most of those persons would have been deported at some point in time though. Would have been murdered in a short span of time, period of time. One of those persons would have been one British. Interestingly, the incident comes just over 3 months after another man with UK connection, Alfonso Wani British Harriet, of the popular British link-up crew was gunned down in similar circumstances in the same vicinity. He too had also attended an event at the National Stadium before being killed by armed men on a motorbike. There are, however, no reports of the two incidents being linked. Romario said that is not what killed his mom, it was cancer. Oh, okay. But Romario, you can probably appreciate the fact that the news might have contributed to a speedy death, I suppose. I don't know. You see it? And peeps, you know, I've always said before, and I'm telling this one time, my cousin like, say the videos on the channel that normally trend is the videos with the sad news and sad stories. I did a video yesterday in relation to Kenisha Brown, OC Keshan, entertainer from Old Harbour, who was shot and killed, and it is trending. You know, so we trending youth, Gucci, Prada, didn't suit every girl. I said, oh, teach them cute. But never mind that. Sad situation, really and truly. You see? Sad situation. Entertainer Keshan shot and killed in dispute. When I did the video, Zane and thing. Blessings, Deneva Codner. Good night, Empress. And appreciate the facts, I appreciate the work. You know what I mean? That story, a lot of questions are being asked. A lot of questions need to be answered. Zane, when I did the video with the information that I had confirmed. I had my suspicion that the licensed firearm holder was not any random licensed firearm holder, but probably was somebody who was close to her. That has still not been confirmed in mainstream media, but somebody who is close to the young lady would have reached out to me and pointed out a few things. We talk about that a little bit more. See? Teacher need eye drops. And already I'm having a brother. It's just that I want to sleep. I bleach 2 nights. On Sumfest. You understand me? I say, like I perform up there. See? Entertainer, female entertainer Keshan was shot and killed in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, early on Saturday morning, the 20th of July, by a licensed firearm holder. We'll soon talk a little bit more about it. Keshan, whose real name is Kenisha Brown, was known for her collaborations with Vybz Kartel. You know, me only list 2 of the songs. Bubbly Your Body and The Goods. She also did Kill or Die and one next song with Addy. I don't remember if I top of my head now. She is also signed to the So Unique record label, headed by Kartel's affiliate and associate again, Elvis Redwood. You know, Elvis was the man who was in the whole thing with the Ludi Shensia debacle situation. See? So according to the police, the 24-year-old entertainer who resided in Marley Mount, Old Harbour, was shot and killed shortly after midnight during a dispute with a licensed firearm holder in an area known as Sharper Lane. See? The Old Harbour police report that during the dispute, she threw several stones into the licensed firearm holder's car before stabbing him several times. The initial report that I saw was that the fellow was stabbed 3 times, where I do not know. According to the police, the man discharged 1 round from his firearm, which hit her in the upper body. Then, the entertainer reportedly died while undergoing treatment. Danny said, hold the stage by eye drops to your eye. Now see I heard, brother. Big up yourself. Really and truly I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Bless up every time. You see it? So the Jamaica Constabulary's Corporate Communications Unit confirmed the incident, but said the licensed firearm holder had been taken to hospital to deal with his injuries after allegedly being attacked by the deceased. So he was taken to the hospital and is under police guard. He's expected to make a statement to the police soon, the officer said. So indications are that the licensed firearm holder was the partner, the lover, the boyfriend of Keshan. I do not know what would have triggered the incident. The person who actually reached out to me, I sure I don't, he doesn't mind me saying, is Elvis Redwood. As I said, Elvis is a producer who would have worked with many DJs in the country. He is probably famously known for working with Vybz Kartel and the whole Ludi situation when we didn't see him and something. So I got a message, WhatsApp message, sometime last night and then through discussion it was discovered that he was the person. He's saying that it is no random licensed firearm holder, and there's another side to the story. He also suggests that Keshan's sister will be coming public with what really happened soon and thing. I don't know which medium or which forum will be used. Naturally, I would have said that if I can be of assistance to the sister in sharing the other side of the story, I would make myself available. It's work me a work, you know what I mean? I feel wise. So you know one thing go. You see, so many questions, really and truly. What would have caused the dispute in the first place? If the story, as is reported, is accurate, what would have led the young lady, 24-year-old, I think, to throw stones in the man's vehicle? See? What would have led her to stab the man 3 times as per the reports? And them something there. So it's a lot of questions. So it would be nice to hear the other side of the story. You know them say every story have 3 sides, your side, my side, and the right side. You understand? Whichever way you look on it, is another young lady who would have been killed by another man in the country. There's no other way of looking at it, really and truly. And we not sit down out here and I say, oh, because she's a lady means that she can stop the man and not come out of it. We could have never said that. You follow me I say? What I say is that there are some questions I don't like some answer for. See, so I don't want nobody get the thing misconstrued and I say, yo, teach, Ray. I mean, I understand. We have some ways. You see, what I say is that there are some questions. 21 of them. If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? And I mean that type of thing there. So, I don't know. So, may I say it develop? Mr. Redwood, Elvis, for his part, said that he would keep me updated and post and keep me posted on the developments and thing. So, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, peace, man, for family matters. So I could watch and see. I could watch and see. I could watch and see. If I get any information, I'll be happy to share it with you. It's not a problem. You understand? But I can't speculate. I just know there's a lot of questions. Zane, and very few answers. Paulie PC say catch him cheating. Them say. You say that well, so I could say it go brother. So okay. People in the community say that they don't like the man. Oh, interesting. You know, me actually got sharper lane recently. But the third video that I did in the Posh Grave series, the Chuck Grave, there one place where you enter, where you go by if you drive on the toll road, you can see it over there. So, but in order to get close to it, you have to go sharper lane and make one turn and bridge this and go around this. I remember around this on it. You understand? And things. So I don't know. The brother have real patience after she give him a whole heap of stab up. So like she work for that. Well, I don't mean I say thing, but I don't know, brother. I don't know, because if she stab the man 3 times still, then that's the next thing. You fling stone on the man car, that's the next thing. What led to all of that though? Zane? I don't know. I don't know. Because if him really get 3 stabs still, it's a serious thing that's in a family, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I could watch and see what go on. Manchester police investigating stabbing death of woman. You can see this was a planned murder. You think so, Danny? Why you say that? Cindy Randall. Cindy want go on. So much people dying in Jamaica. It breaks my heart. I don't know. Someone like she was enraged. Apparently, in a DS. Apparently, bro. What did have led her? Person are saying that Sherm's good say singledom is so awesome. Singledom can be a lonely dumb still, you know. Sherm, so I don't know still. You see? But I guess double dumb can also be awesome to you, Empress. You know what I mean? Because you have many persons out there in very happy relationships, very happy marriages and things. You understand? A single life is a nice life, one at a time to choose still. But then there comes a point in your life where you need continuity, you need stability. You understand? You need settlement, you need companionship. Where different from you just linking up with a fellow goods or teach linking up with an empress. You understand? For sexual gratification. You know what I mean? You need something more meaningful. So sometimes the double dumb, you know what I mean, nice like to you see. And I understand the single dumb thing still. You see me? Perspective. Many married people are lonely. That is true, Lady Clark. That is true. That is true. Millicent say teach him couldn't shoot her in her foot. That is true to Miss Millicent Matt there, but I be a true to her talk, you know. And triple dumb is even better. Boy. We can depend on if you laugh more time, you know, maturity to teach. Yeah, true. But I'm going to say go still. Family, peace, many blessings. Blessings anointed royal strong maroon. Manners. So the Manchester police are investigating the stabbing death of a 30-year-old woman who was killed in the parish on Monday. See? Well, I'm peace. I'm going to chat to Scotty. Sis, what you mean if I'm good? Me a stream. Why are you not in the stream? Don't make me have things. See? She has been identified as Jamie Lee Brown of Redberry District in Porus. So the police reports are that about 10:30 a.m. Brown got into an argument with a man who allegedly stabbed her during the altercation. She was pronounced dead at hospital. The alleged perpetrator is believed to be on the run and is the father of Brown's child. See? So, in essence, based on the allegations, the man killed the mother and child. Then, what you expect? Sure. The next thing, yes, sir. More time. More time you have to do. Bill. Yeah. Sometimes the doubling up have to go on permanently. So I think the Dr. A, real meds. So another woman is dead, really. In what appears to be a domestic dispute type thing. If he was in the car, how did she stab him 3 times? The report never said he was in the car. The report said she flings stone in her car. Danny, so I don't know. The report never said he was in the car while the stones were thrown at the car, you know. I guess we're going to assume, say, him did in there. But I don't know. The report never said that. So I can't speak to that, bro. You understand what I say? You can't just bike, brother. From the B to the he, everybody involved in a bike, it make no sense. Claudine O'Connor, want go on? Sis, you good? It's good to see you. A long time I don't see you now. Yeah, so I don't want to desert the thing, but big up on yourself still. I love when you said we, you know what I mean? And thing. Scammer sentenced to 400 years in prison. Teacher must do a story about district name. You know, a long time people are telling me that Miss Morgan, one of them time. Boy, sis, but they are going to hold it, you know. They are going to hold it. The thing not perfect, but they are going to hold it. Garcia Perez, also called Tituba Mogaba, who pleaded guilty to 114 counts of obtaining money by means of false pretense, has been sentenced to 456 years imprisonment. Perez, who is presently serving time for similar offenses, was sentenced to 4 years for each count. So 4 years for each of the 114 counts. The scammer them there, you know, really there no more still. One on the piece, I'm going to fix a little thing here, because, you understand? Boom. Yeah, man. Fix things, quick things. He will have to serve this sentence on the completion of the present time behind bars. So not now run concurrently, everything I run consecutively. Perez, Diana Marie Dennis, and Nashon Barrow appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday, May the 16th, when Dennis and Barrow were freed by the court after no evidence was offered against them. The 3 persons were charged in April of 2018 following investigations by Mocha into the activities of Prisoners for Christ telemarketing service. Interesting name. Prisoners for Christ. Prisoners for Life. But that's assessed it. The entity purported to be able to import motor vehicles upon the request of a down payment of between $85,000 and $100,000 until the arrival of the vehicle. That can't make no sense. You understand? You can't get a vehicle that value $4 million and you have to pay $85,000 down on it. Then something is wrong with that from the beginning of time. Eh? Several operations at their offices resulted in the seizure of several motor vehicles and millions of US and Jamaican dollars. Also, based on reports made to Mocha, more than $13 million was fleeced from unsuspecting persons. Now, Garcia Perez, also called Tituba Mogaba, will be spending some 456 years in prison. Whoa. Sheriff said, if it's not easy, the judge is a life in prison. I suppose the judge probably has sent a message, Sherms. I suppose that message. The man thing named prisoners for Christ. I mean, turn prisoner for life. I mean, I know still. I know. Yes, I carry you, Jaja, deep down in my soul. Always hold my hand in now, Jaja. Never let me go. I mean, I don't want nobody talk to me about me singing neither. I still a walk with the Savior each and every way that I go. I now left out the Most High. See, teach him, I go want help to serve the sentence. I mean, I help him in a brother. He's a kind youth, but the kindness have a limit, family. You understand? And thing. Yeah, peeps. So, the brother up on the screen. One of Jamaica's most wanted man. Is no longer wanted. You understand? Westmoreland's most wanted man shot and killed by the military. It's a tattoo by lifelong when killed, see it? A man who the police say was on top of the list of most wanted men in Westmoreland was shot and killed, and another man shot and injured during a military operation carried out in St. James on Sunday afternoon, July the 14th. See, Ramirez, I'm not saying, tell me now about the thoughts, I'm singing, brother. Yeah, that's what I say. Hello, the eye singing. You see me, I don't want Sumfest with China Shin. I will not cuss. Where me I sing is a problem. The dead man has been identified as Dushane Allen, otherwise called Nigel. The paper say him otherwise called Dashid. Is Nigel is the man next name. You answer what I say? Auntie. Of Betheltown in Westmoreland. See? While injured is a man who is said to be 25-year-old, also for Westmoreland address. I have it from good source that the other man is his cousin and his name Sian. I'll leave it there, so. See? And thing. You know what I mean? You know what I think of. Work we are work. People tell me things. But some things kinda, you know what I mean? Reports are that members of the Jamaica Defence Force acting on intelligence locked down sections of various communities including Spring Gardens, Belmont, Kinggate and Tower Hill. The soldiers carried out various searches in the area and after locking off certain roadways. See? About 4:30 p.m., they intercepted a Toyota Allian motor car along a section of the Kinggate main road with 2 occupants on board. It is alleged that the military team was greeted with gunfire by men on board the vehicle, and the military personnel would have taken evasive action and the fire was returned. Upon the return of gunfire and subsequent seizure of gunfire, I suppose, it was revealed that both men in the vehicle were suffering from gunshot wounds. They were both taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where Allen was pronounced dead and the other man admitted in serious condition. A Ruger 9mm pistol containing 9 live rounds was taken from the vehicle. So the Ruger there, right there, so. Zane, and the police say Allen was wanted in connection with more than 8 murders and shootings committed in and around Betheltown in recent months. Following the shooting, a team from the Independent Commission of Investigation, INDECOM, visited the scene and are now carrying out an investigation. You understand what I say? Auntie. So, man, them say a G City are dirt. I know say we not G City. It's as a slang. Because I know nobody come tell me about say, yo, teach, reality, you know. Because I know someone fool, you know. You understand what I say? Auntie. So, the community about we are Betheltown, the brother said brother we are talking about. Betheltown celebrates after Dushane Allen was shot and killed by soldiers. People them happy look like. You understand? People them can cook out, I don't know it look like. But do they feed them food? I deal with them. You see? Several residents living within the community of Betheltown in Westmoreland after hearing that the parish's most wanted man, Dushane Allen, was killed by members of the security forces, See? So this is a resident now. Him say, my boss, a long time I want the boy for dead. Because everybody in here afraid of him. Enough of we can walk, enough of we can walk on the road there now. Enough of we, probably I read that wrong. Enough of we can walk on the road there now. See? And not have to watch your head back. The boy, Dushane, kill off enough people in a Bethel town. And him young man, them drive fear in a way. Zane, so commanding officer for the Westmoreland Police, Superintendent Gary Mackenzie. Zane, Gary Mackenzie was the same fella who locked down Sumfest. Funnily. Bethel town will now be happy with the death of Dushane Allen, he said. He has been wanted by the Westmoreland Police for quite some time. He was a person that we had wanted for murders and shootings, and we have been investigating him for other offenses. This person has been in the Betheltown area from which he hails, and he was very fearless. A lot of persons in the community were fearful of him, and I am sure that they are pleased based on what happened to him. You understand? The residents say Betheltown has been plagued with gang warfare for some time, as men from Galloway and the Mall Road area battle each other. They also said that Allen was very deadly, but gave him credit for the death of another gang leader in the area. Yes, I. So peeps, on the screen here we have some people. Like the brother up here saying in a grey suit, a titty man that Dodo's son. The brother here down here say, live it to that, live up. You understand that a Dodo's brother. You have Bama T over here, so. Some other man. You understand? Most of them are Prezi family like. Leighton Liberty Coke and co-accused remanded until November. So reputed gangster Leighton Liberty Coke and several co-accused were remanded in custody until November. Coke appeared in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston amidst heavy security. Yeah? He's accused of killing former Denhamtown-based gunman Patrick P. Boy Davis in March of last year. So the man there prison over a year and yes, and Davis, who is otherwise known as P. Boy, was the leader of the Screamers gang. So a few weeks ago, the Kingston and St. Andrew court refused a request by a Coke's lawyer to have the case against him dismissed. The case was transferred to the Home Circuit Court. Liberty's co-accused are Michael Tittyman Coke, that is up here, so Zane, and Lanchester Bamati. Zane, me pre Bamati are the brother we have the taller plot up here like. You understand? Bamati Coke also accused of the crime is David Biggs and Wayne Rattipert. We probably get Bamati and Wayne mixed up. I don't remember him, I'm tired. Zane, Leisha Jones, she know the upon this, and Del Marco Chefas. So all are charged with murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Allegations are that Miss Jones conspired with Liberty and his alleged cronies to lure Davis to a hotel where Davis was abducted and murdered. Davis's body was later found dumped in Rockford, East Kingston. Liberty is the brother of former Tivoli Gardens Don Christopher Dodosco. Yeah, yes, sir. See that little thing, because you know, no picture for this story I come next. Minors shot and injured in dispute with Shooters Hill taxi driver. The man them get shot up at Shooters Hill. No place no for name Shooters Hill. That me I'm telling you too. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Eastern Police Division are awaiting lab results that will indicate whether the gun of a licensed firearm holder was used to shoot two minors in the Shooters Hill community 2 weeks ago. The boys who were on summer break were out playing in an area known as Toby Gully in Shooters Hill when the incident happened. One of them was shot in the head and the other in the arm. The incident happened on Saturday, July the 6th. According to the police, based on preliminary information, a taxi driver had an altercation with a licensed firearm holder in the area that evening. The licensed firearm holder reportedly shot at the taxi driver who escaped and went to the police station. Unknown to them was that two youngsters who were in the vicinity of a cook shop were shot and injured. The aunt of the 80-year-old who was shot in the head spoke to the media. So Jody Ann White says her nephew attempted to escape but collapsed at the cook shop. She say an older child carried her nephew to a family home where he was then rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital. The other child, who was shot in the hand, ran home. His family members later found him and rushed him to the hospital. He has since been released. However, Mrs. White's nephew is still in the hospital. She says he is still unable to move both sides of his body. Meanwhile, the police say they are yet to determine if the licensed firearm owner is responsible for the shooting. The police have seized this gun, which has been taken to the lab for testing. The police are following this procedure because the boys were reportedly some distance away from where the altercation occurred. Family members are contending that no shootout occurred at the time in the vicinity. Several statements have been recorded. However, the police say the implicated licensed firearm holder has not been arrested. Shooters Hill name needs to be renamed. Forthwith. Simple maths. Gun Hill, Shooters Hill, Gun Lane, Rifle Lane. All of them need to get a new name. And in the process, all places where name pen, they change the name. Not pen, animals in a pen. And the psyche of the people, them rough. March pen, Cockburn pen, May pen. Pen. And common, a cow Toyota common. No boy no need for a common neither. Backside. St. Elizabeth man escaped prison time for jungle justice on child molester. Although having taken the law into their own hands, two St. Elizabeth men were spared prison sentences and fined $75,000 each for attacking a child molester in the community of Litz in 2013. The convicted men, Roger Gillings and Evan Dent, were found guilty of unlawful wounding in the St. Elizabeth Circuit Court earlier this year. The men were found not guilty of the more serious charge of wounding with intent, for which they were initially indicted. On Friday, High Court Judge Justice Chester Stamp fined Gillings and Dent $75,000 each with 1 year prison term as an alternative. I can't tell you which one I would take. Allegations are that on September the 10th, 2013, Gillings and Dent confronted a man who had been alleged to have molested a female child in the Litz area. The alleged molester was attacked by Gillings, who used a machete to slap him over his back, while Dent, in joining the act, used a piece of board to hit him. Prosecutors led evidence through testimony from the complainant that Dent used a piece of electrical cord to tie him around his hand, feet, and neck. The alleged molester was then transported by the men to a shop in another section of the community where Gillings continued to beat him with the machete and then sent out shockwaves in pulling down the man's trousers in an attempt to castrate him. However, a resident of the area intervened and the police were alerted of the developments. Following an investigation, Gillings and Bent were arrested and charged. Meanwhile, the molester, whose identity was withheld in court, is currently serving a 13-year prison sentence after being convicted in 2016 for buggery and sexual touching of a female child, the act for which the jungle justice was applied to him. Them did also cut him scrotum too. In another reporter, but the first reporter I did read, and they like cut him balls like buggery. Sexual touching of a child. Da, da, dee. Off-duty cop kills alleged robbers. 2 men were fatally shot in Zadie Gardens. Big up on yourself, off-duty officers. Hold up on yourself, off-duty officers. 2 men were fatally shot in Zadie Gardens, St. Andrew after attempting to rob an off-duty policeman recently. I have a video and thing, I can't play that video. That video that gruesome like. You understand? As in YouTube we penalize the eye. The incident occurred shortly after 6 p.m. one of them days. The police have identified one of the dead men as 22-year-old George Thompson. 22-year-old. I don't know, a 22-year-old you'd have a name named George though. The other man has not yet been identified. So reports from the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit are that Thompson of Pamela Avenue, Kingston 20, but I name of the avenue there, you know, had earlier that day reported on condition of bail to the Constant Spring Police for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. So Thompson was out on bail, gun charge. The CCU said Thompson and the unidentified man were traveling aboard a motorcycle with no license plate affixed. When they attempted to rob the off-duty policeman. However, they were reportedly challenged by another off-duty policeman who witnessed what was happening. Big up to the next off-duty policeman. Themselves. The CCU said the policeman who was being robbed then responded with gunfire, killing the man. A Taurus 9mm pistol along with a magazine containing 3 9mm cartridges were allegedly removed from the scene. 2 officers. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yes, Ian. Yes. Peeps, night are coming on, so you don't know a thing. Kev say if a Ruel Reid up the show. He got deported because police catch him with a gun up there in St. Martin. Oh! You talk Thompson, Stuart, we are talk. I know. Crystal clean, so what just happened? What crystal mean? I don't understand. Zim? Holness administration considers asking the US to extradite former senior Petrojam staffer to face local corruption charges. Interesting. It is understood that the Andrew Holness administration is examining the possibility of asking the United States government to extradite a former senior staffer at Petrojam to face corruption charges in Jamaica. The former senior Petrojam staffer is a citizen of the United States. It is understood that the government of Jamaica is also exploring other legal channels to have a second ex-Petrojam official sent back to Jamaica to face the island's justice system. The second former Petrojam official in question is a resident of the US and is also expected to face corruption charges. The consideration to initiate extradition proceedings following the conclusion of an investigation by the Integrity Commission into the state-owned oil refinery. Teacher gonna make police lock off the stream because we are gonna left Ruel Reid too. Watch me now. Yeah. In its annual report, which was tabled in the Senate on Friday, the Commission disclosed that it has referred its findings to its Director of Corruption Prosecution. The report does not disclose the names of the people implicated in the alleged corruption at Petrojam who have been referred for prosecution. So, alright, me hear I hear what go on for the Americans them when they involved in a Petra Jam. I hear that. But I not hear nothing from the Jamaicans them were involved in the Petra Jam story. Because we don't need to extradite nobody. If them there, yeah. So on to them people that peace me eye them out for that dog, you know what I mean? So what go on for the yard them where they done a Petra Jam? A scam. I don't understand that part there. So me I hear the extradition thing. But what did the commission what did the Integrity Commission have to say about all the local players in the Petra Jam scam? Who allow poor people food for them? While poor people are living a starvation. So, I don't hear nobody else ask the question. But me ask it. What is the Integrity Commission saying about the local players in the Petra scam situation? So, yes, it's all well and good to extradite people from America to come face charges. Oh, cool, Jael, blessings. Mr. Grace said with some catch him with matches stick. Is it Jael said me look like a 50, you know. Alright. Me I watch it on sister. I look through me eye like. Zane? So peace with that part of the class and now where teach them, get some news on the roadworks. A whole heap of roadworks are going on now, Mara Blake. Which one of them? Yeah, roadworks are going on Westmoreland, roadworks are going on town, round town, in town, under town. You know what I mean? You better sure which one. See, and yeah, I don't know if it's a specific thing you want me for deal with still. So I'm know. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Alright, peace. I'm going to finish up the stream before sleep. That point. You understand? Right now. Noble car. I mean the noble cop. What you talk? Sergeant Kevin Watson? I don't know. Criminal charges looming, you know, Petra Jam thing. I don't tell you about that already. I'm going to some details on the Petra Jam thing before we move on. So I rang man them face this up already. You understand? I'm telling you, go sleep. Criminal charges looming over former Petra Jam managers. The Integrity Commission has completed its probe into the operations of Petra Jam, and indications are that criminal charges could be soon laid against some of the main players. You understand? That me the ask still. But remember, I have the article here. Zine, so in the 2018-2019 annual report tabled in the Senate, the Commission notes that the investigative process and report dealing with matters concerning Petra Jam Limited has been completed and is being forwarded to the Director of Corruption Prosecution, pursuant to Section 54 of the Integrity Commission Act. So in keeping with the legislation governing its operation, the Commission gave no indication of its findings, but the fact that it has been sent to the Director of Corruption Prosecution is a clear indication that criminal charges may be pending. Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis, who is also a commissioner on the Integrity Commission, last year tabled a report of her office's investigation into the state-run oil refinery, Zane, which uncovered several questionable management practices that cost the entity hundreds of millions of dollars. The probe revealed that millions were spent on lavish parties and unapproved sponsorships, while glaring human resource breaches occurred which caused Petra Jam to end up in court as sacked employees challenged their dismissal. It also found that Petra Jam made questionable payments related to procurement activities, had a significant project cost overrun, Like one wall will cost $90 million, like a Great Wall of China, them did a rebuild. And overspent on donations which impaired cash flow. According to the Auditor General's report, Petrojam did not provide documentary evidence to substantiate payments of $14.9 million for counseling services for employees and consultancy services relating to its 35th anniversary planning activities. Them accounts to people at Petrojam. You see? Petrojam's management also spent $2.6 million to host 2 birthday parties, which were unrelated to its operations and did not conform to good corporate practice or practices. The Auditor General also observed that the value of donation doubled from 2013 to 2014 and 2017 to 2018. The revelations about the free-for-all at Petrojam has led to the resignation of then Energy Minister, very late in the day, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, the then chairman of its board, Dr. Percival Badu Singh. Percival Badu Singh was the brother who claimed thousands of US dollars in plane fare, and the man never go up on one plane go represent Petrojam. No way. He didn't say him pay back the money still. And other board members, its general manager Floyd Greenley. Floyd Greenley said want about $45 million from the government at KD Nighttime Lawyer. And human resource manager Yolande Ramarak, she get a handshake and about $15 million like. Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I. When them see me I raise with myself, them must say things so that me mad. Them not know I raise me, I raise it with God. I reason like two good friend I make a chat. So watch it make me raise it with God. Every night me go to my bed, me have to pray. Thank the Father God for make me see at the end of the day. Give me the health, give me the strength for make me sing on DJ. Me not care when anybody even say. Criminal, me read that already. CMU, we're good friends. I'm over Cabbie and Maritime University, I know. I'm taking off my glasses. So I go. You see it? Mine look like a 50. CMU admits to $720,000 payment to Ruel Reid's driver. Don't stop at all. This is a ground plane from Spanish Town to Ochi. I must say them Louis that talk about. So Ruel Reid, helper number 1, helper number 2, driver, no, him close protection officer. See, I wrong story this me reading now. You know see. Hold on, let me check this. Amara Blake said the government said the Aglo Park and Constant Spring Road deadlines extended. Headline, corporate area road work extended. I'm not sure. I forgot to check out that. I know that the Aglo Park Road will be finished by end of July into August. I'm not sure. I drive on the Constant Spring Road just the other day. That not finished yet. I'm supposed to do an update video for Jamaica showing that road. I would have done one on the Junction Road Improvement Project since there. That then nowhere near clear near and thing. Them something there. Zane and thing. May I read from a wrong article piece? Let me search it. I want to see. But alright family, me so I can go on. See? Hold on then on piece. I'm gonna find that thing here. I'm gonna find the article earlier now. Crap. Some minutes a piece. A minute a piece. I'm not even remember what to search for. The article is important piece, so I have to go search. Hold on there. Bear with the eye. Alright, I know if you search. I know I'm going to search. Ruel Reid, Close Protection Officer. CL Protection. Now a minute, peeps. Alright. So that's the article. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. So I could copy that. CMU call for confidentiality. Zane. DPP Office, Education Ministry. Alright, boom. So title is so get the rest of this in one piece and already. We ready for the road. You don't wanna go up on the road? You have a big truck on the road. You understand? Alright. We ready, you know. We ready, you know. You need to sleep. Keep looking young. Healthy and alert. May I get some rest, man? May I get some rest? Where do I think? One more thing I need to find. Up to the time. Boom. Yeah. I could start with this then. Start it, so. I want to them, I don't know. I want to them. I want to them, I don't know. I want to them. I want to roll them. Alright. The war get ugly. So, peace. I could start with Mr. McQueen again. Remember saying Mr. McQueen in our interview, some interviews recently, say him never received no money. Him never cater no food for Cap, yes. Zane, him never received no check. He must say him feel like people you know probably use him name for some check, but him not know about it still. But information I say I know, I provide some details. Me check the problem again. I get too heavy in a life. CMU admits to $720,000 payment to Ruel Reid's driver over 4 months. Did the driver receive this money? Or was a check cut in his name? The amount of money that may have been accounted for in the Ruel Reid Corporation probe is growing. Corruption probe or corporation. With news emerging that his former driver was paid $720,000 by the Caribbean Maritime University over a period of 4 months. So peeps, this different from the catering thing, you know. This is, you understand? Alright. The money was paid by the institution to Devon McQueen, Reid's former driver, who, like the minister, was seconded from Jamaica College. You understand? So this information was revealed on Wednesday. Zane? And peeps, you know, funny enough, it is good to have this information, but you and me know, say, you see that all of our information are being made available to the public can compromise the possibility of a successful prosecution, you know. You understand what I say? It can prejudice the case going forward. So yes, the public's appropriations committee of parliament is doing a sterling job, but at the end of the day, even though we want to get the info, Zane, that I suppose that is why the DPP is calling for confidentiality from the FID as the probe continues. Zane, what you say now? Boy, peace. Look at me, I got to turn up and finish the stream. You see? Share just think like every time we start about Ruel Reid, something start happening. Alright. The CMU, which has found itself at the center of the probe involving the former Minister of Education, Youth and Information, has reportedly admitted to processing 4 invoices in McQueen's name after questions were raised in Parliament, don't know a committee. The Palisades Road-Based University, in its written responses to the PAAC, said it made 2 payments of $330,000 each to McQueen in January. So if I do the math, that's $660,000. And April, and 2 payments of $30,000 each in February and March. So that's $720,000. The CMU said it was unable to provide details on the transportation services that were provided by McQueen, as the relevant documents are with the Financial Investigation Division FID. But why would CMU need to pay Mr. McQueen when the Ministry of Education was already paying Mr. McQueen to drive for Mr. Reid? Just read between the read. You understand what I say? Read between the read. Yeah. The FID and police are probing the matter with Reid, who was fired by the Prime Minister in March. Zane, McQueen is one of several persons connected to Reid to whom questionable payments have reportedly been made. The former driver is reported to have denied having any contract with the CMU. So too did Maureen Miller, who was classified as household helper to Reid. Miller, a 65-year-old ancillary worker, has denied benefiting from nearly $4 million that was deposited in an account that was opened in her name, allegedly by a close relative of Reid. Miller has reportedly said that she had no control over the bank card or passbook for the account, as the items were taken from her right after the account was opened. Meanwhile, Reid is under a criminal probe, and the Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, was quoted in the media last week as saying she could hand down pivotal directions to the investigating agency by Thursday. Well, she did. Yes, and so we're going to move on to that now. But before we move on to that, we have some other things to talk about Uncle Ruel. Fella, they're not easy, you know. Fella, you're not easy, fam. See? Yeah. Ruel, I say easy. You're easy to teach. More of Reid's associates paid through the CMU. Well, it's a question sign. So it was revealed in Parliament recently again that evidence suggests that a member of Ruel Reid's security team was being paid heftily through the Caribbean Maritime University, as more questions continue to mount over some financial arrangements at the institution. Helper 1, Helper 2, driver, close protection officer. I wonder when Barber then at this, and in mechanic, and in gardener, and in vet, and in doctor like. You never know. Watch and see what go on. Speaking during a press briefing, at one place, Zane, Michael Phillips, who are one of the men who lead the thing, Zane, recap some of the contractual issues that were brought to light at the recent PAAC meeting, linking payments to a number of persons with close ties to Father Ruel Reid. Zane, every time I start talking about Ruel Reid, somebody dislike his stream. It's what I'm doing, man. Why? Well, I can't describe this, because this can stay, you know. You understand? So, yeah. We have seen 2 helpers, a driver, counselor, business partner, and now we are seeing where there's a connection between bills being paid through the CMU to a close protection officer that worked directly with the minister. we have seen where payments or have evidence of payments being made to this close protection officer, where invoices are made out to him providing CPO services and security services to the CMU. Bye. Omar Blake, big up yourself and brother, but you know say, right I know is send me go work for me. Yeah, man, I'm looking into a lot of things. Alright, here what you need for the door, Omar Blake. On a serious note, you know, make a list of the concerns that you have. Zane, make a list of the concerns that you have and send me an email. This is my email address. teachdem16@gmail. Yeah? So make a list of the concerns and I'll see what I can do. Zane, and I am not sure I'll be able to do individual videos about those stories, but I'll probably discuss them in the stream if I find anything. So again, you can email me at teachdem16, yeah? Auntie. So I can move on now. Why? These payments range from $120,000 to $300,000. It follows a pattern of where persons who either worked directly with the minister or worked through the Ministry of Education were also being paid for other services that they claim were provided by them to the CMU. Cesspool Maritime Caribbean Maritime University. There are calls being made for a probe into the Education and Health Foundation that was launched in Florida and attended by the management and staff of the Caribbean Maritime University. The questions tabled also, Zane, fix this. Father Neil Armstrong, big up yourself, you know, Godfather. Manners and respect every time, you know. You understand what I say? Manners and respect. You see, and peeps, them man, the money don't come from CMU, you know, that me I tell you no too. You see me I say? Yeah, man. You see, that I think we are kill you in a sherms good. Everybody want to eat a food. And then when someone eat food, them name all the plate. You understand? Alright. So you know, the questions tabled in Parliament also had to do with the launch of this foundation in Florida. And if the CMU had paid for the airfares of Professor Fritz Pinnock and other members of staff and senior staff from the CMU to go to this launch for this foundation. Zane, who were the signatories on this foundation? What is this foundation used for? And in the instance, did Gail Dunwell Campbell, which is the lovely lady in the black round here, so you understand, on the side over Fritz Pinnock and beside McQueen there, so you understand? And did Gail Dunwell Campbell also raise funds for this foundation, as she was also employed to the CMU? Pinnock, who is the head of the CMU, recently went on leave to facilitate the completion of a probe into irregularities at the institution. There are also calls being made to the Auditor General, Pamela Monroe Ellis, to conduct an investigation into the Cabbie program, which was undertaken by the CMU and to which some of the questionable payments are linked. So, there are many unanswered questions hanging in the air. The Caribbean Maritime University Treasurer should also take a leave of absence to facilitate the investigation. I don't know why I was sent on leave. I heard in a report that I read. See, yeah, man, I mean, me like Miss Gail Dunwell, man. She's a nice lady, like. You understand? Auntie. I mean, appearance-wise. Yeah, she and Ruel are friends, so I don't really know still. She don't get no forward this, so you know what I think. Watch out now, peeps. I read an article about the investigation done by Maritime into the situation, and they said that they were recommending that the treasurer would go on leave, but he had applied for a leave before the investigation was done. So I don't understand what the situation over there with the treasurer. Are they treasuring the treasurer? I don't understand. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I know, peeps. So, it even get worse. It's like the education ministry cursed. So, I soon come back to that picture, yeah, because we need it. They want it up on the screen. But that one I know is a good old ministry of education in our background. You see? My place. Or not. There is allegations afoot, you see? That some crucial documents in relation to one Ruel St. Albin Augustus Adolphus Reid were shredded after he was fired from the Ministry of Education. There is also some law or rule where say when an officer, when a minister leaves office, there are some files that are normally destroyed and a certificate of destruction handed over to the Secretary of the Parliament for say. My question is this, you see? And maybe I am a fool. Maybe I am a fool. But I am trying to figure out. It's not that I'm writing him in a Sherm's good, so I made us call him Adolphus St. Albin. Yeah, I mean. A man named Ruel Reid, I don't know what is the man middle name. You understand? Let's not digress. It's just me. I give myself trouble. People again, that is not the man middle name. It's Arlene Smith, DS Electronics, Tashi, Sherms. That is not the man middle name. Ah, boy. I am just messing around. The man, I Ruel Reid, I know the man. I don't know the man middle name. But for all I know, it No, but sure, me have to say, probably I'm insensible. Because, watch you know. How is it, constitutionally or otherwise, a situation in Jamaica where when a minister leaves office, certain documents are destroyed if the information is correct? Why is that information not archived and made available in an event that it is needed? Education Ministry denies shredding CMU related documents amid probe. Dr. A said, wake up. You know what, I want to sleep. The Ministry of Education is rejecting, as they would, as false, that persons have destroyed documents related to the CMU since March in a bid to impede investigation. Adolphus would fit him. Teach, do you know you can be prosecuted for what? Give one middle name. What you know? The allegations were raised by the opposition PNP at a press conference on Tuesday. It's good allegations. I like the allegations. The party claimed that it had information that critical documents were possibly destroyed in order to determine the probes. As I say critical, remember when I'm a student and I normally say, you used to call me Mr. Critical, because normally when I prepare them for exam, I normally say, this is critical. You understand? For everything. Watch me, I know. In a statement, a spokesperson said that it is not true. Eh? Well, so the party claimed that it had information at critical documents. You know what I mean? But the ministry said not go so. Adding that all documents related to the ministry's engagement with the CMU, whether through memoranda of understanding or service agreements, have been made available to the relevant authorities as requested. It was noted that normal cabinet office procedure, listen to this now, peeps. Take off on me, class. Me I wonder if I glass or black my sight when I read this. It was noted that normal cabinet office procedures indicate that when there is a change in ministers within an administration or where there is a change of government, all cabinet documents issued to outgoing ministers are to be destroyed, and a certificate of destruction with the list of the documents disposed of presented to the cabinet office. I'm going to read that again. Put on my glass now because it don't look like me now say, well, everything good. It was noted that normal cabinet office procedure. Who made this procedure normal? Who made this procedure exist in the first place? It was noted that normal cabinet office procedures indicate that when there's a change in ministries within an administration or when there's a change of government, all cabinet documents issued to outgoing ministers are to be destroyed, and a certificate of destruction with the list of the documents disposed of presented to the cabinet office. Why on the face of the earth, in a country like Jamaica, where corruption among the political directorate and ministers is so rampant that this procedure is allowed to take place? Why is it a need? Why is there a need to have documents move between or from minister to ministers and in ministries with Jamaican taxpayers dollar pay them destroyed? I know the same teacher did want to sleep. Eh? Me can't understand that. Who business, who want left officer, which administration? The documents them for did it. So then no, there's a thing called, I mean here Peter Phillips I taught this the other day, that them not telling you that we created the Commission of Integrity. The Integrity Commission, they're not telling you that some things. We created the Access to Information Act. So how come we have access to Information Act but we can't get the information from the app because it is destroyed? Who came up with this idea? Who for idea is this? It's not even who for any or who's any. Who for idea to destroy documents passed on to ministers when them leave office destroy? Is who come up with it? Return to sender family. How can this be a part of operations in Jamaica land we love? Land of food and water and corruption politician and them people. Corrupted politician and them people. Is who come up with, I would really want to know. And I would like to have a serious conversation with that person. Or persons for that matter. Why is it we need to destroy documents that were sent to ministers who are paid by Jamaicans? It's over idea. You can't begin to imagine how concerned I am about this discovery. And this is not just confined to the Ruel Reid situation. It's a general thing. Why is this allowed to happen? Eh? Jamaica's democracy is not democratic enough for this to happen. Jamaican politics and politics is not transparent enough and mature enough for this to happen. So whoever did come up with this dumb idea should be arrested, man. It's a crime against Jamaican people, them. And nobody else can tell me nothing otherwise. Destroy what? So, you destroy the country, then you're destroying documents, sir. It's so much destruction so them want to do. Eh? And me I say, when the documents have been destroyed here and there, the fact that there is provisions under the Constitution to facilitate the destruction of said documents is a travesty of justice, family. So this is not unique to the Ruel Reid situation for me. This is a general thing. Because if it's not the Ruel Reid situation, it will be another situation. And not only that, how many sensitive documents would have been destroyed down the years under this nonsensical arrangement? And you see, in the Ministry of Education, you don't expect some intelligent people down there. It is called the Education Ministry. You have doctor this, doctor who, doctor what, doctor not. Doctor do little and them things here. Because they're actualized. And nobody down in the ministry don't realize that this is a dumb idea. So how come then now we have a set of administrators who are administering over the education system in the country where essentially dunce, brother? How can a notion like this be entertained in a country where corruption is so proliferated and present in almost every entity in this country, government and otherwise? The ministry spokesperson said that this procedure was followed earlier this year, consequent on a directive dated April the 3rd, 2019 by Acting Permanent Secretary Dr. Grace McLean. You what kind of McLean? Doctor. From the Cabinet Secretary, Ambassador Douglas Saunders. Following the resignation of then Senator Ruel Reid as Minister of Education, Youth and Information, it was argued that allegations that CMU-related documents were destroyed in an attempt to impede investigation are therefore false. But documents were destroyed. Them not gonna write every document on the list for them destroy. Why was there such a great and this is my question again. And again, probably me not no sense. Someone wants somebody correct me if I'm wrong. A Minister of Education has not been named on a permanent basis since Ruel Reid was fired. It is good old Carl Samuda who is acting as Education Minister. So essentially, there has not been a change of Education Minister amid one of the biggest corruption probe in the history of the country. Why would a single sheet of document be destroyed? Why would anybody give any directive to destroy any documents when a minister would have been fired amid corruption probe? But the directive was given by Dr. Grace McLean. And I say that I'm telling about the education system in this country, you know. And when I talk, people don't understand, you know. And people think, say, me have a political agenda. Me not got no agenda, brother. It no matter which P did it. From crapper go on, me I go say crapper go on. And me I say, the education ministry of all the ministries should have intelligent people. And me I go say again, having a degree or a master's or a doctorate don't make you intelligent. It make you proficient in passing exams. passing exams and being intelligent is not the same thing. Because you have brilliant people who can do exams, you know. Me tell you that, you know. So how is the branch of the government responsible for education filled with so many persons who are seemingly not educated? Dangerous, man. Brother, we don't busy about no color, brother. No green, no orange, nothing. My business about Jamaica. Country me a pay tax, you know. You feel what me I say? Nigel Smith said teeth sound jealous. Ah, boy. Alright, Father Nigel Smith, big up yourself. Tell you about people like Uni, see? Probably there are no peeps. DPP. So we can go back to that picture here, you see? DPP's office hands down opinion on Ruel Reid education ministry probe. Good night, Cookie. The key players in the ongoing Ruel Reid Ministry of Education, Cabbie and Maritime University corruption probe could have breached 4 criminal laws according to an opinion from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. DPP Paula Llewellyn said there's also conduct that could have breached 2 common laws as well as administrative breaches. So the information, which is contained in a 13-page document, was on Thursday sent to the investigators attached to the Financial Investigation Division FID, who are leading the probe. Zine, and copied to the police commissioner, Major General Anderson. The document includes a legal opinion, guidance, and recommendations. The development come 4 months after Reid was relieved of his duties as Minister of Education, Youth, and Information. The then Senator also resigned from the upper house of Parliament after meeting with the Prime Minister Andrew Holness in March. That was less than 2 days after the opposition People's National Party alleged that there were corrupt activities at the Education Ministry and several of its affiliated agencies, including the CMU and the National Education Trust. Llewellyn was quick to indicate that while her office can make recommendations, it is up to the police and the various other investigative agencies to make the final determination about whether persons are arrested, charged, or ultimately placed before the courts. She said the opinion that was given by her office remains confidential in light of its complex and sensitive nature. It would be remiss of us not to underscore that during an investigation, confidentiality needs to be maintained until there is sufficient material to charge an individual. When too much information is released into the public sphere, it can compromise the integrity of the investigation and the viability of a future successful prosecution, and could also have deleterious effect, especially when potential witnesses whose names reach the public space. The reality I know is that everybody name in a public space so far anyway. Zine, they may be intimidated and demotivated in respect of assisting the prosecution, the DPP added. She said that protocol has not been widely observed in relation to the ongoing probe. And you see, the reality is this, peeps. Many of us are eager for somebody to be arrested and charged. Zane, many of us want a conclusion to this. Many of us are happy when the information is made public. But as I said earlier, Zane, the possibility is that these things can compromise the integrity of a possible trial. Yeah? So yes, I know some people have said that take too long and man should be arrested already, and I said this the last time I streamed. I remain patient, I remain optimistic. Zane, I remain hopeful that this will be a watershed moment in Jamaica's history. Zane, this will be a moment when a message is sent that as public officials, you are in service of the people and the people don't serve you. You are placed in an office to aid the development and betterment of Jamaica, not to aid the deterioration and degradation of Jamaica. And that somebody, somewhere, will be made to pay for the improprieties, mismanagement, misappropriation of poor people's money at these government institutions. I still remain hopeful. I still remain optimistic. I still remain patient. And as I said before, the public discussion will always be the public discussion. But I have learned, especially since doing this YouTube thing, that the court of public opinion and the court of law are two different places. Two different things. So, we think we know some things, but the reality is that in a court of law, it is what can be proven. As a result, the Director of Public Prosecution's office would have instructed the head of the FID to further conduct more investigation to ensure that they have an airtight case. Zane, Ms. Paula is lying to the public. They can only lock you up if the prosecutor is the one that have the final say if you get charged. No, DeAndre Small, the police don't need the anything from the prosecutor to lock you up. The reality in this case, based on my understanding, is that the FID would have sought advice from the DPP. The DPP never involved from the get-go. They sought the assistance of the DPP. Zane, and as such, that is how the DPP's office got involved. The FID never need to ask nobody nothing. Them couldn't do them thing and go arrest people if them feel like them have evidence. So the DPP was not a part of this from the get-go. They were sought out by head of the FID, Sykes. I think I remember him first name. Zane, so when you say I know the DPP are lie, I'm not really sure how that dropping on the equation. Zane, because no Jamaica Constabulary Force agency need any directive from the prosecution, from the DPP to arrest anybody. If them feel like them want to arrest you because them have evidence, them go arrest you. There are certain situations where files are sent to the DPP and then they pass a ruling. As I don't know the details of it still. But I think that's a fair statement in relation to the DPP at this point in time. You understand? Grace Abel says too much P. You understand, bro? So I could be wrong. See, I understand the concern we have. But the DPP weren't involved from the beginning. They were asked for their opinion by the FID. And as such, the DPP would have given them said opinion. See, if the FID did feel like them have enough evidence or enough the case that the file was complete, then people didn't get arrested already. Think about it. See? Also, in the release from the DPP's report, the police can only lock you up if the prosecutor is the one that do the charging. Where you get that from, DeAndre? I not get that. I not understand that. What you mean? So the police can only lock you up if they... So you're telling me then everybody in this country is arrested. Were arrested because the DPP gave an instruction to the police to lock them up. Come on, bro. You're smarter than that. You're way smarter than that. There are many cases that the DPP don't get involved in until a file is provided to them after people have been arrested and charged and the file made available to the DPP. So come on, bro. Me expect better than that, you know. You understand? Much better than that, me expect. You're far more intelligent than that, bro. You see me? They're also saying that think 18 to 19 statements were made available to them on the 16th and I think on the 5th of July, and as such, those statements would also suggest that other evidentiary materials would not have been collected, and their recommendations were go get them, basically. You understand? And thing. Some of the evidentiary material, they are about the place in terms of other articles and thing. You see me? So, you know what I think go. So, peeps, so that's the situation. As I said, I remain optimistic. I remain hopeful. I'm really and truly, instinctively, in my heart of heart, believe that somebody will pay for this one. I hope I am not wrong. See, but we kind of take long and people get edgy and people say, not now, come on tight. And based on our history, it is okay. It is understandable why people think that. See, we can't beat up people for that feeling there. Because we have seen many instances where political activists, political party members, public servants would have run afoul of the law. There's misappropriation, as they like to call it, embezzlement of poor people's money, and nobody pays. Some has been passed off as youthful exuberance. Some has been passed off as chicken feed. Some has been passed off as a myriad of things. Zane? And thing. So, you know what I think of? Don't remain hopeful. Peace, big up on yourself. I know I did not stream Friday night, but that was... Last week, peace, was one of the roughest weeks of my adult life. Just have some stuff dealing with on a personal level, Zane, family level, and thing. And don't think I'm in a place to speak about that yet. So I don't think my other half would appreciate me divulging certain things at this point yet either, anyways. But it was a trying week, a challenging week. Was just a bit out of it Friday night, and I would not have been able to give you, the best stream, so I decided not to stream on Friday night and thing, and we're there, support each other, and I try recover from the situation and them something, but we are give thanks, and we are see it go. Some of us are leveled up on that. I know many persons were wondering what happened on Friday night, but what they are, we are give thanks. You see me? What they are again, I know I did promise I'm going to stream Wednesday again, but that was in the height of the situation, so I never, Gary Lawrence said if me I get born. No, sir. No, brother. But bun is due unto all, man, brother. If I did bun, man, I can stream, man, and laugh about it, man. You understand? And thing, laugh off his stress, and it hurt. Man, if I did that, brother, you didn't bother not so bad. Zane, but it's a situation where it involves lives. Zane, that as much me can say. You see me? But peace, I appreciate the continued support. I know I promised I would also stream on Wednesdays, but as I said, Wednesday was the heart of the height of the thing, really. And thing as on Thursday would have been a day where, one of them things, but we're there. We are give thanks. Peace, big up on yourself. I really and truly appreciate the support. Big up to all the persons who were in the streams over on Jamaica Friday night and last night. And thing, and them something there. You see me? It's about never kill a soul. We just make people kill people. Teach the police, lock you up, then the prosecutor get the case. You understand? He or she determine if you are charged. No, the prosecutor don't determine if you are charged. The police arrest you and charge you, brother. Zane, the case is submitted to the prosecution for prosecution. That is my understanding. The prosecutor can tell the police officer. Yes, I know that the prosecutor can make that ruling. What I am saying in this case, sir, and let me speak as clearly as I can. Zane, James, easy man. See, the prosecutor can make the recommendation that no charges or no, we don't proceed to court or no charges are laid. I get that family. What I'm saying in this particular case, the FID sought the assistance of the prosecutor. They sought advice. And the prosecutor said even though she can make a ruling on the matter, she is only advising and guiding in this case. So when she said that she's leaving up to the police to decide whether or not charges are laid, that is what she said. Zane, means that she's not in there for that. She's giving advice. You understand what I say? So I don't understand why you not see that part there, bro. See, so I don't know that the prosecutor is lying when she say, I don't want to misquote her. I don't know that the prosecutor is lying when she say, what she says still. But that's my opinion upon that still. But you know what thing. See? As me say, we love give the prosecutor the prosecutor hard time. And the prosecutor is not even the one, the lead prosecutor is not even the one looking over the file. There are 4 senior prosecutors who are dealing with it. She is just the face of the agency, the voice of the agency. I mean, so we love to hate Pam Paula. And I really and truly not say what Paula do why people hate her. So that's just my opinion that. Zane and thing. Hence I say congratulations on your newborn. Now where you get that from, family? No sir. You see me? But speak it into being still, fam. You see me? I say bless up. So peace, big up on yourself. DeAndre probably have got to resort this. So I guess your interpretation of the thing probably different from mine. And I guess it's my interpretation because I don't know it as as in-depth as that still. You understand what I say? I want to this. Brother, not like that, man. If that was the case, me announce that long time. You see me I say? And thing. You see? Peace. Big up on yourself. I'll see you on Wednesday, possibly. I'm not sure. I'll definitely see you on Friday. You know what thing go. Appreciate the continued support. Appreciate the continued encouragement and advice and motivation. Appreciate the continued generosity from the persons who do that. Bless upon yourself. As myself, we not owe teach dollar. You understand? So when you contribute to the work, we appreciate that said way. Peeps, big up on yourself. You understand? Have a fabulous and productive week. Zane, it is still Sunday. Have something nice to drink, but if you must drink, don't drive. If you must drive, do not drink. When you go up on the road, load them big old headphone and stop separating yourself from the road. You understand what I say? Load the Bluetooth headpiece them, because they must connect to something and people want what them connected to. Keep your phones in your bags and in your pockets. Use them only when you need them. Walk with only the cash that you need. If you must take public transportation, try to travel in a group. If you cannot travel in a group, know the do's and the don'ts. You understand? Take the license plate number, send it go give somebody. Describe the car, describe the driver. Tell people you're there. Tell people where you are go. You understand what I say? And thing. Always follow your instinct. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Trust absolutely no one. You feel what I say? For the people them post every detail of them life in them social media status, stop. For the people them who share everything about them life in them social media status, stop. For the people them who live them relationship on social media, stop. Wise up. And me I say Dr. A, me I say Amanda Jones, me I say Ron Stewart, Lady Clark, Danny Blackhorse, Angie E, Top Max, Romario Toretto, Miss Grace Abel, James Bond. Your brother they easy, you know. DeAndre Small, brother, big up yourself, you know. Miss Delmania Lewis, DS Electronics Unlimited, big up yourself, you know, family. You understand me? I say Sherms Goods. Sherms, big up yourself, you know. Sherms is a very informative and interactive discussion teacher. It was my pleasure. Have a good evening. New to you, the Empress. Manners and respect, and hope to see you soon. You understand me? I say, God favored me. Enzo, Tash, Zane, who else not the building? Finar, Omar, Blake, Miss Paulette, Morgan, Arlene Smith. We are search. Joel Lit. Manners and respect, you know. Candy official channel. Miss Pearly Simpson. I think me hear Miss Pearly already. Gary Lawrence. Manners and respect, you know, fam. You know what thing, you know. Seeing all the people them there, Finar, big up, Nigel Armstrong. Manas, me know the Royal General, there's somewhere about your place, you know. Big up yourself and your family. You know what thing here, you know. Yeah, the JA, blessings every time, you know. Seeing Miss Julian Gillis. All of the people them when comment, manas and respect, big up on yourself, but we only can call the name them when we say Cookie Mama, Scanner Catches, Miss Millicent Thomas McDermott, Auntie Millie. I hope you feel better soon, you know, Miss Mark. You know what I mean? You know what thing go. If I make a one check and check in for you and thing. Nigel Sweet, big up yourself in the family. You know what thing go. Ron Stewart, everybody. Manas. Omar Guthrie, Miss Nadine Curry. New Wave Entertainment, big up yourself in a brother. Peeps. You know what thing go. Probably Wednesday, we're not sure. But Friday, 7:30. Make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get booked for it. Walk good. Step with Jah. I'm out.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.